algo de...
Regresé apenas. ¿Ah? Aquí nos vamos, ya fui echando rapidito.
Soy grandísimo, grandísimo. I got you. Seguro que venga sea así, que no vengan los 90. Ah, 90, ahí pensé que 900, dije, están calmados. A ver si no se cae esto. A ver si no se cae.
No le pego nada. Voy a tratar de vociferar una canción, a ver si puedo. Y la canción se llama... Pa, 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 pa. Pa, 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 pa. Así es.
Protein, carb, go. When you guys ready, just we'll take a run up front, and yeah, we'll get you guys home where we can do astral lessons. All right? Thanks a lot.
Vamos a sacar una ronda. Voy a cantar una canción que se llama Del Príncipe de la Canción. A ver si la puedo cantar, con esto que tengo. Me cayó la tos. Me cayó la tos. Más o menos empieza. ¿Ya no andó? Estaba solo, completamente ya y sensual. Agarraste a ti como un león y fui te dije noche entre tus brazos caí en la trampa. Pasas de la frente de seductor y me diste de comer sobre tu piel, haciéndome tu mente perdido. Hay que ver cómo es el amor que vuelve a quien lo toma, gavilano paloma, pobre tonto, dije mucha verdad. Can you please fix my check?
What I do?
Just take off the coffee.
I can do that.
bueno, pues no tengo pues. Me cayó la esa noche entre tus brazos caí en la trampa. Es your tip back, casaste al aprendiz del seductor y me diste de control sobre tu palma, haciéndome tu humilde servidor. La vida, hay que ver cómo es el amor, que vuelve a aquel otro mar, caminador paloma, pobre vato, que no tratan, pues anchado por querer ser Calimán. No me dejan más ni hablar. Solamente suspirabas, te necesito. Abrázame más fuerte, me sentí desengañado. Todo me dio frío tu calor. Lentamente te solté de entre mis brazos y dije estate quieto, por favor. Amigo, pues que no era una amiga, era un cabrón. Por eso cuando le metió la mano, ya y nanita, agarró a Chóstomo González. Vamos a seguirle aquí. Una canción de Camilo Sesto, vamos a buscar la de Piel de Ángel. Piel de ángel, como mañana.
Are you recording them? Are you recording it?
How do I use that? Do some broadcasting here, yeah? There are some apps that let you.
How long have you been playing?
Oh, they were building the Mexican pyramids on a long time. Yeah.
My father-in-law played, but I wanted to learn, but I didn't have the patience back then. I think I want to try again.
It's, there's two kinds of people. The ones that they give up and the ones that say, if that motherfucker can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
And I don't even want to learn, but one of my acquaintances got an old guitar and a new neighbor showed up, which played very good, and he said, I'm learning. I said, this motherfucker is going to learn. I'm not, I'm going to learn. That guy never learned, and I learned, I became a musician, I play then bass and all kind of music, yeah. But it was more just because I said, if you're gonna try, the music is based on the ABC to the G.
Yeah.
And that's it. It repeats itself backward or forward. It's go to heaven, comes back, and then everything see like shit. It's the same chord all over the beat. You just gotta know where they are. It's like on a scale.
Yeah, I started taking lessons.
Piano,
I
same
took like
thing.
2.
Once you learn how it works ABC, then you got a piano and say C, D, E, F, D, and you start playing. And then it takes time. It's not. It's not. See my fingers?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time and time and time and time. That's why I'm very stubborn, and if I want to do something, unless I'm dead, but otherwise yeah.
Keep trying.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to have that type of character.
Nowadays it's easy. You can find many people that can show you 100 ways to learn. You can find the one that is right for you.
Yeah.
That's all it takes. Then you can play anything. Once it takes time, but it's practice. It's just that's all it takes.
Because I write songs, but like right now I'm taking voice lessons, and I always wanted to learn how to play guitar so I can play to my songs.
Everything you can find it in the YouTube.
YouTube, yeah.
They show you everything. How to make a song, what do you need, what are the ways to make it. There is modes on the guitar that,
Yeah.
and to be honest, it's a repetition of the same thing, just with a different
Yeah.
more things, and it's dependent how you play, what are you playing. You have to make the people feel like what
Yeah.
you're playing, and but I know. I mean, I could make very good money playing, but sometimes I don't start looking because I have a daytime job, but sometimes I don't want to go to work, and I want to have money to be, and I can make it. It's not a hard thing. It's just to find the door and get over, and it's hard for me because if I could be any bullshitting guy like the MTV guy that go there and it's just bullshit, you can do that in an electronic piano. You just program it, and then you use the note and you use that. And that's what the people like.
Yeah.
There's many people like me that really play. Nobody give a about us. But there's people that, sometimes people come here and listen to me and say, wow, man, what are you playing? Or they like it, and it's not my ego. I don't play so the people listen to me. I play only when I want, and I'm very expensive, so if they want to hire me, because I can play anything, I can play rock, I can play old songs, I can play country, I can play in Spanish, and several kinds of things like that, like Mercedes, Roy Orbison. And if you know everything, then that's why I say, and I can sing in Spanish too, several singers, covers. I say, well, what do you want to listen at? They say, that's why I'm not looking for it, because people is not willing to pay. But I love when people, especially old people, they say, then I just play. I don't play any covers. I just play my chords, and that's it. It's like an improvisation. It's that what you do. But it takes time, and then you can play anything, but it's yours. It's coming from you. It's not like, and then I can play Beatles or Rolling Stone or all kind of things like Beatles. Hotel California, things like that. Sometimes the only thing I want to go, especially in winter time, is go to bed and be in a coffee. I got everything in the place I live. I'm talking about guitars, bass, piano, drums, and microphones, amps, and all kind of. It's an studio what I have.
Yeah.
I just don't. I can do it by myself because I'm a showman. I can play myself and say jokes and talk shit about Trump or whatever. Make people laugh and but I'm kind of I think the way I think is different than the ordinary people, and I'm telling you why. Because we all here, human beings, are here for the money, regardless of who we're stepping on. And the people that knows, we are like the great house on the truck. They always showing us the freaking shit, and we don't even know what we sell when we work. For life. The only thing that we have, and nobody has it granted, is a life. And it lasts one day. One day, many people die. Little ones, they're newborns, and nobody has something granted. One day I was in an hospital dying. They say, that was it for me. I'm here. I could see the truth. That's what I call. I'm free of religion. I know there's something. And I say, well, all the diamonds, all the gold, and all the things. The only thing I ask is to be healthy, and if whatever comes to me, to help other people, but not for the money. I'm telling you what. What about if I had $100,000 or $1 million? This is trouble. Who's going to take care of my $1 million? They are going to send me to the heaven or something. No, everything stays here, so I'm free of that. But I'm not with a foot here and the other in the, no, I just turn my back. That's why I'm not looking for people say, hey, you should be, if I were you, if you were me, it's hard to understand, We're living in Paris and thinking in the life is funny, and I mean, there's two kinds of funny. We are all deceived, everything is fake here. Not only here, everything. I mean, they show you in movies, and you are very young. I'm very old. But it's not strange that if you go here, there's cameras right there, there's cameras over there, there's cameras everywhere. And in the Pentagon, when the so-called plane hit the Pentagon, there was not even a freaking camera, not even one. I mean, and the people, who cares? They know that you don't have time to do, you need to eat, what are you feeding here? You just see the menu and investigate. There's the people getting, they don't care, they want your money. There's many people coming in and dying and coming. We are not even human for them. There's people that rules the world, and that's what it is for me. That's why I work for Jews. See? The Jews own the world. In order the world is like that, you gotta be, or we gotta be like we are. We have no right to make ends meet, to live in a decent house, and then everything is a freaking illusion. The day you finish to pay your freaking car, freaking 200,000 miles, you need another one. And that's, when you see a big TV for the Super Bowl or whatever, we are very, very, how can I say, we don't even know how they hook us with things that we don't want to need or things like that. And we live our life like that. When we realize the truth, we're dying. We don't have time to come back. I was granted to come back, but I was sincere and honest to say, just give me one time at the play, and I will do whatever you want me to do. I don't go to any church. There's no some Satan or things. Everything is just decided for. We think we're going to heaven. But I mean, I'm glad that I can see that the way it is. Sometimes it's really, really hard because you see the people, we see a lot of people, not only here in the United States, all over the world. They need something to eat, they are cold, and the world is designed for us, so we go like in the truck, And you see the freaking pet in the
spinning wheel. Yeah.
Have you ever asked yourself if the men went to the moon and then start to investigate? And they've never been there, man. When you start to investigate, everything is right there. It's just you and us, they don't tell you. They make you think that we're in Mars and God, that is, they garrison their hands. They broke down the towers to go and kill all those guys over there. And I mean, they think that the Federal Reserve or whatever is making the dollars is an American thing. Nobody, those are the fuckers that garrison their hands with the, how you say, minimal wages, and who can survive with a $15 an hour on the size? You're selling your life, but see, you're producing, you're doing something. The guys that control us with the paper, and see, Kennedy, Luther King, John Lennon, Bruce Lee, many people, Michael Jackson, you start researching, they were killed because they start talking the truth, see? Just think about it. Regardless, time is time, right? It could be, let's say, 9 o'clock here, and let's say night, or 9 a.m. Why is not just fucking 9 here, and 9 in Russia, and 9 in China, and 9 everywhere? Doesn't matter. Fucking it's dark or light. Time is, that's a bill that we have, and we start looking and say, well, wait a minute. Why? Well, because the planet is not spinning, buddy. When you see the thing and they say, oh, you believe that the earth's flat. There is no flat. There is no way. When I was a kid in the school, they told us that the earth was like some shape like this, on the flat at the poles and right in the earth. And that's what the science telling us, that was the shape of the earth, and they show you in the middle school and the high school that was the way it was. Now we got a sphere, beautiful sphere. Wow. Did they put air on the planet? Have you ever think if you put yourself in the air, if the planet is spinning, we're in the air, you know? It's not the air who is spinning, it's just the planet. You don't need to go and fly. You just put yourself in the air, and according to whatever the planet you want to land whenever you want to land, east or west or wherever. Everything is a freaking deception. The truth, I don't know. See? But the lie, real ham, real chicken, real pork, real this, and you're eating, and you're getting fat, and then all of a sudden you got cancer. Coming from where? From the animals that were killed because they were fed with grains that were grown with freaking seed from Monsanto. They don't care.
Yeah. You know? It's all no money for that.
Yeah, and you know, that's why I'm clean in my chair. If I want to play, I play, and I'm happy because I can see it's just today. Trust me. Say, how was your Christmas? How was your Thanksgiving? I say, I am not going to give me the 5 days, no. I'm out of that shit. What made you? My mom is still alive, and my mom is today, and if I'm alive tomorrow, will be my mom tomorrow, not only the day they tell me. You know, or my dad. No. I'm free. You know, I'm free. And some people say that is an angry man. That is no agreeing with it. You know,
recognize.
You know
what's important.
John Lennon was killed by the plane. Is telling you in the song that say "Imagine," is telling you there is no countries. The countries are corporations ruled for the empire that rules the civilization since the beginning is still here. You see, there is a monolith, or I don't know how you call it, in Washington D.C. like a big freaking shit. And what we have to, and when you investigate, what is that? That's the adoration to a freaking Babylonian god. And then you start researching, and man, they manage. The world hates the Americans, you know. They hate you, they hate everybody because they think you ordered to bomb all those kids, or you ordered to kill somebody there, or because there's a lot of people killed, not only, you know, us the Panamanians, the people that, old guys that they say the freaking Marines kill elders and women, they don't tell you that in the news, they won't tell you, you know. But sadly, that's the way it is, and it's not going to change. Unless the people, that's why Lennon was killed in it was always a power to the people. We've got the power, but we are blinded by the false light. We say yes or no, we rely on Trump or Hillary or on the Democrats or the Republicans. They are screwing us over. Yeah. I'm coming from my country now because I have nothing, but I never had hunger or I wish to have a good house or a big car. No. I like to be poor or all be rich. Everybody has the right to go to a dentist, to a doctor without fucking shit that the so-called healthcare and all that. We already pay taxes everywhere we go. Income tax is a fraud, it's a thief from the government. Who's saying it? The media is not going to tell you that they told just one time because the war was ended and we need the recovery of it. We pay all those fuckers shit that they, I was in my country, I almost got killed and I said, I'm here in secret. I came here like 25 years ago and things get worse over there and I say, wow. And people, they go to like here to the Seahawks or to 49 or wherever. They don't, I'm not a Republican or I like to watch the Seahawks or something, but to say I'm a hardcore and they don't pay my rent, I gotta do my own shit. So I see, and they may think the people that we are 12. They don't care about us, man, but that's the way the system is designed. And if you, the younger guys that wanna procreate, get kids or something, you won't tell them. If you connect them to the TV since they were born and all the vaccinations, it's just a production in mass of people to serve to those motherfuckers that they don't work. They are the business owners, the ones that like Trump. I was investigating Trump yesterday night in YouTube, and it's not just bullshit. I go to things reliable. Before everything, he was running for the presidency. He got nexus with the freaking mobster. It's really, there is a guy that he was interviewing him and say, hey, you must know that guy was the guy went to jail and they made a scam from $40 billion with Trump license and that. If I'm old folks and the media and you want to tell that, I fire you. You gotta say what I'm telling you, only to say, even it's not the truth. That's why when WikiLeaks and all that kind of guys, they are naked, those guys, it's so obvious, my buddy. I mean, the towers were demolished and it was, it's just ridiculous how, there's probably 5% of the population in the United States that say, no, this couldn't be possible, that's something from here. The other ones are blinded by the media, by the new TV, by the next iPhone, next 11X phone and 12X phone, and they get this. Do we need all that shit? How many people got killed just to be walking on the streets with it? Besides that, just investigate about radiation. The longer you use that shit, you're killing yourself. Just put a cell phone with a plant. It's gonna die. The plant died because they tell you that in fine print. Can you believe it? Fine print. Are we talking about liberties and freedom? And say, well, you say with freaking big letters, so we might don't see it. But no, they say, oh yes, he says that he can kill you, but that's the way it is, man, the world, and I'm tired to tell the people or to look. It's in vain. Those guys got the world in their hands. And if you make it then, they kill you. Well, I seen many things that there's very obvious men, I don't know, but I seen videos about the Michelle Obama. They say it's a man, and they show you videos that they're not treated. They say, wow, when you really go, those guys are the ones that control the drugs. I'm telling you why. I was in the internet looking on videos where the American Army is guarding the poppy fields in Afghanistan. Got a friend that he was deployed several years. He was in Afghanistan, in Iraq. He was a freaking soldier for many years. He's not a plumber. And I jokingly say, you should be there with those guys. And I say, is this really true, or is that trick video that they show you? This is the American Army Guardian. Yeah. They say, what are you? It's not, we are in a war to the opioids and things like that. They say, yeah. We say, who are you security in this? Because the Taliban destroyed the people first. I say, what? Let them destroy it. So why the American Army? They dare to put the soldiers. So do you think the opioids epidemic is gonna? It's a big business from the Clinton, the Bushes. All those guys are the ones that runs the operation. One guy died. John Rivers was her name. She was a transgender or something. She was a man or something, pretending to be like Obama, Michelle Obama. And one day, when in the press, she was walking to an interview for some of the Golden Globes and said, hey, what do you think about the American president were a gay man? I said, we already have a gay president. And the guy, the press guy told her, what are you talking about? He said, hey, Barack Obama is gay. See? And she said, Michelle Obama is a man.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Now, after that,
So she died.
she died in a medical confusion, and Then you investigate. There is a channel, Alex Jones channel. That is sometimes is
Yeah, he says
but
some crazy stuff.
I saw a video about that, and it's not a trick video, man. You can see something,
Yeah.
and you say,
Saw that.
wow. Okay, see, those guys are pedophiles. This thing, which is a simulation, has an owner. Those guys adore that guy. He owns it. We cannot take anything from here. Everything is his. You can enjoy everything. I've been invited for Freemason. I work in Mercer Island with the people. They're Jews. They build houses. So I've been acquainted with, because I play with rich people, wealthy people, and they open the door for me. Say,
In California, when I was a screenwriter, I worked with movies and stuff. There, I went to a Hollywood party with my sister. She was an actress, and the Freemasons there tried to recruit me.
oh yeah.
And they tried to get me. He was drunk, but he kept telling me everything about him, and I was like, hey, I said, if this is true, I said, you're gonna
Yeah, he
be in
wanted
trouble.
nobody wanted to become one of them. He felt like confident to tell you.
Yeah.
Because those guys, when they see something that they can profit on, or I don't know, but the guy, there he was a young guy, a Mexican guy working, and that guy was in the internet too about the Freemason handshakes, and he said, he saw when that guy shake my hand like a Mason, and I just refused to. I just say no, and the guy say, hey. He said, you sure, man? And I say no. It's not the first one. There's a couple more that I say, hey, why you don't come and join to the club of the successful people? I say no, because I investigate in music. People that is like not only the freaking Daddy Yankee, all that crappy people, but Bob Dylan, the Beatles. Those fuckers were promoted to, but because they got allegiance to the. There's an owner here, man. I'd rather stay as I am, and I live in the realm. There is something else besides this. This is not the heaven or something, but if we can put outside, like Boda says, this is not truth. We can stop. This is a bigger world, but not all of us can born again. Many of the majority of people are miscarriages, because only the people that turn their backs to the money, when you see the evil that come on, and you are agreeing because it's okay. I mean, that's the way it is. No, it's not. I mean, in my way, since I was a kid, I realized that when they told me about the shape of the planet and things like that, and then the history, and I said, no, that's just bullshit. And I start thinking about what happened, why the Virgin or Jesus Christ didn't appear to the Aztecas or the Mayans, or why they never show up before. I mean, You know, it's something like really, like after the Spaniards conquered the Mexico, the Virgin appeared, and why it never happened before? And I said, you know, because they came here and killed the people and took their lands and put their own religion. So they, what I learned about the Almighty, because there's like it's here, it's everywhere. It's not a people or a God. No, it's everywhere. It's the reality. It's where we're coming from. This is fake, really fake. And only if you start. I'm not telling you go to Jesus. Or, no, I don't believe that shit. But deep inside our hearts is our real selves. You know what we really are. We just are guided from the outside, and we are following. You can change your diet and look for better things. And yeah, it's my freaking. You know, I even have lunch. I just got here from have eggs, some bacon, and something. Just because I have money in my pocket, but I cannot find a place where I really can eat. I don't know. You've been in Mexico. But over there, I don't know, I've been here for many years, but over there the food used to be real. So, no, yes. Yes, I'm talking the truth. If you make a carne asada, you can eat it the next day. Here, you make a carne asada, after 15 minutes, it's like blackish and all shit. You say, no, in my country, no, you can eat it the next day. And they say, that's when I start realizing, they say, well, you gotta eat the food at certain temperatures, or you say, wow, in my country, man, we eat it the next day, and maybe if there's still some, and nobody dies. And I start thinking, I say, now, when they say here, they kill the cow, and then they put the cow in the freezer for, I don't know, 15 days or a month, and then in my country, no, they go to the slaughterhouse, and the next day they are in the butcheries, and they are selling, and nobody dies. And they say, because the bacteria, they say, well, nobody dies in Mexico for that shit. They eat pork and everything, and that's when I never thought I have a computer in my hands, but when I start seeing the light and say, wow, this is something that I got to research. And when I was working in Seattle Airport at that time, when the towers were down, and I said, wow, those motherfuckers, they did it.
Yeah.
Okay? And because I knew about the brushes, I've been following all those fuckers, the way they've been shaping the American history. That's why I say, man, those people doesn't know the real Americans, that they don't even have an idea of what's going on outside. That's why the world hates the Americans, because those motherfuckers have been killing people everywhere, man. All the wars that they've been waged, there were false flags, you know. The Vietnam War, they would say, oh, they're heroes, and the people, the media says, yeah, they hit it, and the people say, yeah, let's go, that's what. Yeah, that's the empire they're talking. The Holy Bible talks something about these times. It's the same thing as Rome. When you study about what was, same thing. And you see the crumbling now. Okay? There's giants around. Russia and China. Russia is inside here, the United States. This Trump saying no corruption. Come on, man. It's gonna build a freaking Trump Tower in Russia, and Putin is just laughing about that shit. And people is following Trump that like sheep, you know. I mean, because the media handle the issues, so the people doesn't see the truth. Every day in the United States, people that pay, nobody come here without paying or without visas. The people that is sneaking and smuggling people, you gotta pay like $10,000 if you can come in. There's way to come, but it's expensive. The guys that want to come here just because they're not gonna make it regardless. So in a daily basis, let's say in a freaking huge border, let's say 50 people sneak in, 100, 10. You just multiply by 360, it's a lot of freaking people. But this country needs those people, see? Those are the pickers, those are the guys that clean the bathroom, those are the guys that are in the kitchens, those are the guys that are, you know. There is no someone to replace them. So it's something that the government knows. Even so, they are, I won't call it illegals, I call undocumented because they don't have documents. they know where they live. They give you an ID. They know where you live in. They know you. You know. They even ask you when you get your ID if you got a social security number or no. They don't. It's So they know. But see, then we're becoming older and older, so they need to renew the workforce. Go to the construction sites. You see a lot of Mexican busting their asses and working, and Central American people say because the Americans not willing to do that. So that's the reality, and I mean, but people put aside that and move there. They are bounded by whatever the freaking white ones tell to. They move the freaking thing. I'm not a racist or say that they want to, but I've been here many years, and there's good ones too. I'm not gonna say that all the freaking or all the black ones. No. There's good ones and bad ones everywhere in any country. But trust me, the people, and that's because I've been making friends, opening my heart and say, it doesn't matter the freaking color, buddy. And they told me an history that the grandparents tell them, basically 100% to all the little ones that born, that the other people with brown skin, they are descendants of Cain, and we are unworthy, we are sinners, and they feel that shit to them like truth. When we became friends, he said, shit, my grandma used to tell me that, because he opened his heart to me, he said, motherfuckers are white or black or whatever, it's a human being's race, and it doesn't matter the color of your skin. When they start, we are very good friends. I mean, he's my superintendent, but we're very good friends talking about what the truth is, and he said, see, we work for youth. They make like 12 million this year. My bonus was $700. Shit. I was expecting about $3,000, $800, because they own the world. Either you want it or no. When you make the math, it's like $70 a month. I can save that money and I can grab my 800 and something bucks at the end of the year, just because. But they make, and then working there and spending time in a coffee shop, I heard the rabbis how little one, they say, hey, that is not fair. So in order that you live the life you're living, those guys must stay where they are. They are Goyins, we are Jews. But you want to have vacation, the house you live in, the cars that you own, everything that we got, the world must to stay like that. We cannot. They are educated like that. Even if I like you, money is first. Yeah. And wow, that's why we're talking with my boss yesterday and today, because he might quit, because the guy that used to be the superintendent there, we were talking about it, say, how much John's bonus was? I said, no, I have no idea. $75,000. So you gotta be kidding me, no? They say, wow. Say, why you don't look for work over there, man? Because he's very responsible. And you say, man, I'm thinking. And that guy told him that you just let me know how those guys are treating you, like telling him, like, if you want to come over, and that company is better, give you better benefits, they share more than these guys, and they don't care about us, man. We are the responsibles to run the projects, but see, they pay us with freaking peanuts, and they say, and it was a bonus, come on. But that's the way it is, and as I say, we cannot change it. It's really hard to make the people it's not Taylor, yeah. Where you coming from? You're from here?
No, I'm from California.
California.
Let's talk into you. I'm going to pick up our baby from
Oh.
his grandparents.
Oh, you say you show him the truth and don't trust in the freaking government,
Oh, we already know all that stuff.
and the less vaccination that they take, the better. And yeah, I mean it's up to the parents, But my daughters are. I have grandkids already, so but I always told them what my opinion was, and so they can not be deceived that, oh, well, come on here, you're going to heaven, and Jesus wants to come to you, and. Yeah, there's we are that Jesus, we are the one, we can make things happen, we're gods, that's why Jesus was killed, because he was telling, hey, don't go to those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
We got the power. We are,
God in us, the one who created us is in us. So
there's an Almighty, but the guys that here, they don't want us to be free because they have to work. Now they say, you know what Hitler did? The Jews were ruling as they are now with business and money, but they don't work. What Hitler did, told the Germans, hey, we are the guys that we're working. Let those Jews with the banks and everything, with their business, and let's produce. That's what the Second World War was. Of course, there was something, but all the genocides and things like that, that's not really true. I mean, but that's the history is written for the guys that are the winners. The losers can say whatever.
yeah.
And but in order to understand, you gotta see the two sides of the coin and make your own opinion.
Your eyes open.
Bueno, aquí estaba ya me voy. Voy a apagar. Como mañana una cama blanca como la nieve, será nuestro refugio de 6 a 9. De 6 a 9, tiempo de amor a oscuras, de tan solo un cigarrillo, de vez en cuando, aún. Este amor que vive en penumbra, que vive en penumbra, escondidas, tengo que amarte, escondidas, como un cobarde, escondidas, cada tarde. Mi alma vibra, mi cuerpo arde, escondidas, cada tarde, te siento piel de ángel, somos conversación predilecta de gente que se cree perfecta. besos, amor. Prohibidos amores, por ser corazón, escondidas, tengo que amarte, escondidas, como un cobarde, escondida. Siento escondida, pierdo que tengo que amarte como un cobarde, Esa se llama piel de ángel. Devuélveme mi libertad. Así está. Cuando el amor cuando nos amábamos, corazones a la boca, cada beso lo sabía, confundidos por la ignorancia, confundidos sin darle importancia, la amor. Ser libre. Ya que andamos citando el camino sexto.
You all right over here?
Yes, man.
All right.
Vamos a tocar una canción de Ringo Starr que se llama Don't Pass Me By. Me gusta esa canción. But not easy to how did I to see how long was not easy. Melody so far, my best friend. Gracias, Arturo, todavía no me... Esa causa de... Distant for the first coming out the train. Distant for the footsteps, but they all arrive. Waiting for you out there in my old front door. I don't even because of me. You don't love me anymore. One will share it's moving, but I'm by myself. Wonder you are tonight. Now I'm by myself. I don't see you. Doesn't mean you don't love me anymore. Life has me make me darling, I love only you. You never know those myself. I hate to see you go to pass me by. Don't make me cry. Don't make me blue. Tell me that I loved you. I was so unfair. You were in a car crash and you lost your head. You say you will wait about an hour or two. Say that it's alright. Pensábamos porque esto se acabó el día lunes y lo dejó su novia por otro, pues sacar ese foto, esos se van. Lo mejor que te pudo haber pasado también. Yo tengo una novia linda que yo no puedo olvidar. Recuerdo días tan felices cuando íbamos a pasear. En una alegre mañana mi amigo me fue a buscar. Ándale manito, que a tu novia se la lleva. Luego yo fui a buscarla, pero no la encontré. Suyo se la llevaron, nunca dijeron cuánto. A los 3 días me escribió, diciéndome la razón. Amor sin mi vida, me respeto todo. Es tanto que la quiero, que me muero por ese querer. Tenemos luces.
Check it to me tomorrow. Alabama.